Hi, this is the after school leader of the Holmesburg Library with an educational board game recommendation. So first off, the Holmesburg Library does have a teen board game event that happens about once a month. But even excluding our library, other libraries have board games available or sometimes some events as well and such. So I would recommend checking that out if anyone is interested. And then otherwise, if there is a child or teen or someone else who's interested in learning some of these games, that's what these videos are for. So today I wanted to go over mini chess. So the adult library at our library has already made videos on chess and such, but today I wanted to talk about mini chess, which is an easier way to learn chess. Basically, chess for young players can be kind of complicated and difficult at first because there are there's the 8 pieces from the beginning, well actually 16 pieces, and then when you factor in the opponent's pieces, it's about 32 pieces that you're thinking about throughout the course of the game. It can be very complicated for the first time person playing it, and can overwhelm someone. So mini chess is a way for you to kind of learn the game and get used to the movement of the pieces and such while not overwhelming the player. And I recommend it for young children learning the game as well. It's really great, and there's a lot of different combinations, and it can even be like a refreshing change of pace if you play normal chess a lot. Even though this is easier, it can still be a little strategic and interesting. And it's really easy to play because if you have a chessboard and chess pieces, all you need to do is just kind of block off some space on the board and such. You could, line up some pencils and then only play in a grid of 4x4 or 8x4 or whatever. And these are some examples of like starting positions that you can play from. And then you would play normally. Pawns would move up one space at a time. Rooks can go straight up and then straight left or right or down. And then queen can go, up, down, left, right, or diagonally. The king can do the same thing as the queen, but only one space at a time, and you can't put it in check, of course, and you lose if you're in checkmate. And then, same for bishop moving diagonally, and then knight moving in an L shape, 2 up and 1 over, or like, 2 to the right and 1 up or down. And then pawns, of course, can reach the end and such. And then you can play with house rules and such depending on how young your opponent is. So, for example, you could play until one side loses all their pieces, or you could play with no promotion for pawns and such, just to simplify the game a little bit. And this is just a nice way to learn how to play the game because it's not as much to look at on the board, but you can still fit all the pieces. You can still get the general idea of how pieces move and such. You won't have as much complex movement like en passant will probably not occur in most of these combinations, and then castling will often not occur either. But for just learning the game, this is a nice way to do it, I think. Mini chess, that is. And the fact that you don't have to buy anything new for this. If you have a chessboard, you could play this or try this out. And even if you don't have a chessboard, if you go to like a board game event or club, at a library or even just somewhere else, like a lot of the libraries have chessboards and such. And even excluding that, there's a lot of like other places you can play chess at. Chessboards are also not that expensive. They're available at Target and Walmart and Amazon and a whole bunch of other places. And this is also a pretty universal game, across multiple different countries and such. You'll find lots of people who know how to play this. So if you want to learn this and you want something that's not too complicated, I think mini chess is a nice way to go about it. And this was designed so that players could learn this and get used to it. And it's a really interesting chess variant. So again, that was mini chess, and it's a nice stepping stone to regular chess, and something I would recommend trying out if anyone's trying to learn chess but is a little overwhelmed. And also, if they are interested in any board games and such, there are events that are held at the free library or other places. Many places have board game events and such. And I think that the board games are very strategic and fun. You can play with them with your family or your friends, and they often help you engage your mind while still being really enjoyable and a nice way to pass the time. So again, that was mini chess, and I hope that was very enjoyable for you. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.